So we're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
Gotcha.
Ready to go. I've had a slurp. We're ready to go.
Ready
Cool.
to go.
Hello and welcome back, you loyal listeners. This is an unorthodox seed. Oh God. I'll start again. Hello and welcome back, you loyal listeners. This is an unorthodox CEO. Hello. I'm Steve Pickering, the CEO of Sussex Beds, and today we are joined by our HR manager, Sarah.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Sarah. Actually, I was just reading this. It says HR manager, but that's not actually your official title, is it?
People and payroll manager.
People and payroll manager. That is a mouthful. So welcome, Sarah. We're going to be discussing all things hiring and interviews today. So, and why we have a policy which is everybody gets an interview.
Yep.
Yeah, and why Sarah decided on an HR career.
That was a deep one.
That was a deep one. So it's that time again, and I'm asking you before we go any further. Don't forget, 67% now. So a few more have liked and subscribed. So there's still 67 of you out there that have not liked and subscribed, and you're missing out. So let's press that button now, like and subscribe. And then we can continue. Yeah. Okay. So, Sarah.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about yourself, because nobody's met you yet, have they?
No.
On the pod. Tell us about yourself pre-Sussex Beds. Yeah, your life before Sussex Beds.
Life before Sussex Beds.
Where did you start your... Yeah, actually, where did you school? Yeah.
So I'm from Eastbourne.
Way! Shout out to Eastbourne. Hello, Eastbourne.
So I went to... I think it's called Eastbourne Academy now.
Yeah.
It was originally Eastbourne Technology College,
Yeah.
ETC, and that's where I did all my schooling. I loved school, big fan of school.
Yeah.
I had a lot of friends. I really enjoyed learning new things, and it was kind of where I kind of found a love for dance and drama, and I got really into that.
Oh, I love a little bit of lance and drama.
Lance and drama, yeah. So I was, that kind of really, I was very much a shy child. Mm-hmm. Whenever parents used to take us to Butlins on holiday, I would always hide under the table so the red coats wouldn't pick me.
I'm the opposite. I was on top of the table. Yeah. Pick me.
The older I got, the more I got into drama, and I really loved that. And then I went on and did that for A levels and stuff. And I was adamant that I was either going to be a lawyer or I was going to be an actor. And I went into neither of those.
No.
Didn't go to uni. Decided I wanted to just make money at that time.
Yeah.
And as long as I was happy while doing it, it was fine. Didn't matter what I did.
Yeah.
It turns out working in a bowling alley and managing a bowling alley was not something that I was prepared to do for the rest of my life, but I did it for 8 years.
Yeah.
And it was big learnings. I learned so much from there, from the people that worked there, from the people that I had to look after while I was there, doing the job, working with customers. Yeah, it was a big learning curve.
Cool.
And it took up a lot. If anyone has any kind of thoughts on where they want to go for their career, I'd always recommend starting in hospitality first, because it opens your eyes to so many things. It was good. I really enjoyed that time, but it's not something that I wanted to do full time forever. So
So you spotted an ad.
I was actually recommended an ad.
By
Shane.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was already working at Sussex Beds.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
for those that don't know, Shane is Sarah's partner.
Yes, Shane is. Yeah, we haven't met Shane
No, we
yet.
haven't met Shane.
No, Shane is our IT manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Shane recommended applying.
Recommended applying. I applied.
What role was it? It was a sales.
It was a sales role. I think at the time it was a sleep consultant role.
Yep.
I think that's what it was called back then.
Yeah.
I didn't get it the first time I interviewed with you guys.
Oh.
Sad times.
Yeah.
But I think I was just a little bit persistent.
Yeah.
And I got a call one day from John, and he was like, "Did you wanna come and work for us?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yes.
Can I start tomorrow? And then I did my last 12-hour shift at the bowling alley and started at Sussex Beds next morning.
Oh, so sales. Yeah.
Yep.
Is that your is that your skill set?
I had to really kind of push myself out there for sales because, like, once again, I said I was quite a shy child.
So are you saying that when customers walked in, you'd hide underneath the table?
Oh yeah, Ultimate Beds, just open it up, gone. So I had to really kind of like push myself out of my comfort zone to do sales and speak to customers. I think I did all right.
Yeah.
But I was probably mediocre at best.
Yeah.
Even with like all the training and the extra support that I got to try and do it, it wasn't something that I excelled at. But I was very thankful for the opportunity.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. So how long have you worked with us now? Is it?
It will be 7 years in February.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I only
Wow.
spent a year in sales.
Yeah.
I did 2019 in sales, and then 2020 I went into this kind of HR position, and then that's where I've been ever since.
Was HR people managers?
Yeah.
Was that something you wanted to do, or was it just something you fell into?
I liked the idea behind it.
Yeah.
Purely for the fact that it was kind of helping people, it was directing people. When I worked at the bowling alley, I had a lot of issues and troubles that I came across myself, that I had nowhere to turn to. I knew there was a HR department, but I didn't have contact numbers for them. I didn't have names. I didn't really have anyone to reach out to.
No.
So I liked the idea of being that person that people could come to if they had an issue.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd dip my toe in the waters with no experience. And you guys went, "Sure, we'll give you a chance."
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of companies would give a completely fresh, have no idea on what they're doing, newbie a chance on something like that.
No, I guess that we recognised that it was something we needed. So we never had anyone in that position. I think we outsourced our HR problems, issues, queries, questions, as many other businesses do. But to have someone in-house managing people, process, but being there as support was something we recognised as being needed. And I think, we created a role, but you shone, and that's really how you transitioned into it. And I think also, I mean, you touched on it, that you love to learn and grow, and so. And I think that was really important as well. Qualifications and skills are important, and we'll probably touch on this a bit further on. But I think in this, it really did make a difference. And so we gave you the role, and we started to build the role. But the transition you then went further to get a higher qualification, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How did that come about, or what is the qualification that you went through?
I did I first did a little functional skills qualification in basics of HR.
Yeah.
And then because there's nothing really basic about HR, I knew that was never going to be enough. So I asked if I could do an apprenticeship for the CIPD level 3 in people practice.
Yeah.
I went through and did the apprenticeship for that, which was eye-opening. It really opened kind of my eyes to kind of what other kind of functions there are within HR that needed a real focus on where we could build. And one of those things was recruitment.
Yeah.
So that was really important for me to kind of get stuck into, because we had something in place, but I just wanted to build on it. I wanted to grow. I wanted to structure it a little bit differently. And it just kind of gave me a whole load of ideas, and it gave me an opportunity as someone that's new to the world of HR and people, in a standalone role, to talk to other people professionals that are also doing their own thing and getting ideas from them. So it kind of opened it a bit up for me there to do that qualification.
I think what was really good when you were going through that process is to take like the classroom theories and ideas, and then bring them into the business as you were learning and growing, and actually action them, wasn't it? And I think that worked really well. Rather than going off to uni, doing a course, it's all theory. What you were able to do is pick up ideas and then bring and implement those as you went.
Yeah, that made it so much easier to see it kind of like, how do I explain it? So like, not just the theory, but to have it obviously doing it at the same time and to see it working in real time. So I would learn something in class, go, I'm going to start an idea on how to action that, put a plan together, start getting the actions like rolling, and then I could go back to class and be like, this is working. And that made it easier to do all the assignments as well, because it was real time. 100%. I would recommend apprenticeships to anyone.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. And I suppose just finishing off this is HR has a bit of a scary reputation, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The word HR breeds fear, doesn't it? You know, what do you see as the main objective or the purpose of a good HR?
So obviously HR is there to support business, but it's also there to support team members as well, because without those team members, you're not going to have a functioning business.
No.
So making sure that they are like a good focus on their well-being, how they're doing, making sure that there's structure in place for them to know what their expectations are of them, and point them in the right direction. But just to really give support to line managers, to give support to team members, regionals, leadership, like anyone that needs that extra support. I think HR is very important in that respect. It's not just numbers, it's not just admin, it is essentially people.
Do you think that's where a lot of HR goes wrong? It's too close to business?
Yeah, I think it's very close to business, very close to finance.
Yes.
Like big focuses on kind of those areas that sometimes people do end up just essentially becoming a number. I mean, and that's something that obviously kind of as a family-run business that we don't.
Because actually, even ourselves, when we first started your role, you were sat under so in finance, and really the roles of finance and HR have very different objectives.
Yes.
And you're right. I think a lot of HR tends to sit in finance, but I don't know if that's the right place for that seat to be sat.
That's right,
because we quickly moved and we work together. And I think, a direct line with CEO actually is a better fit for HR people than finance, because finance comes down to numbers, and that's their job, that's their role. But people are not just numbers.
No, it did take me a long time to kind of get into that, because when I first came into HR or people position, I was like, got to have all these policies, got to have all these procedures, we've got to do it this way, this is how other companies are doing it this way, we've got to make this work, and it was massive changes for everyone, because I was like, just
process, policy.
Exactly, like left, right and centre, and those were massive changes, and I think it kind of messed with the juju a bit there. But it's, I've been doing it nearly 6 years now, so I've kind of got into the kind of flow of it and kind of working out what works for us as a business and what works for our team members, and getting them kind of motivated and engaged and that kind of thing.
Cool. So I think recruitment is a hugely hot topic. Whenever I meet other business leaders and business people, the topic of conversation generally always switches to recruitment, because it's such an important element of business. Because great people, you don't make a great business without great people.
True.
And the process of finding them and going through is so important in getting those great people. And so you touched on, your objective was to change the recruitment process. Talk us through, what that looks like and.
So when I first started in this position, we just did a lot of face-to-face interviews, and then people wouldn't turn up and you'd be sat there all day. And
chuck out an ad. We got 10 people for an interview, book a room, and every hour...
Sit there twiddling your thumbs waiting for someone to turn up.
Yeah.
And then when you didn't, it got really disheartening, so I was like, I'm going to start screening. So I started doing these online interviews, and I do them individually at first. So each person got an online individual screening interview. We used Zoom at the time, and then we'd continue from there, and then when they didn't show up, on to the next one. I'd be sat in a room over and over again waiting for them to turn up, and still didn't turn up. And it was getting really disheartening, because you're like screening these CVs, you're doing all this time and waiting for these people to turn up. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. I'm not saying it didn't work entirely, it was just a lot of time and not a lot of engagement from it. So we put that in the bin and started something else. Which is? I gave up screening CVs because...
So we don't look at CVs?
Don't bother looking at CVs anymore. We do that because a lot of the time you have people that maybe haven't enjoyed their job and they've moved on to something different, wanting a career change, so they're seen as job hoppers, and that kind of looks negative on a CV. Or you have people that are dyslexic and they have trouble writing CVs, or have and CVs, they either tell you exactly what you want to hear on paper, or they don't look very good at all. And I think that doesn't necessarily reflect the person that you are about to hire. So gave up those screening CVs, and now we just invite absolutely everyone that applies for an interview. And
it's something we shout about now, isn't it? That everybody that applies
gets an interview.
Will get an interview. And they will. So it's a first stage interview. Everybody will go through. Apart from, there are a few exceptions. If you're applying from South Africa, and I think you've had a couple there where. But can you travel every day to? to Howsham.
Yeah,
That doesn't quite work. But other than that, everybody.
Yeah, as long as you're in the UK and it's relatively local, you're not in like Birmingham or something.
Yeah.
Everybody gets an interview, and that's a group interview.
A group, yeah.
So we do online group interviews through Google Meets, and everyone, depending on obviously how many people apply, if you've got 30 odd people, you can't do it all in one, so you have to separate it out. You get some people that come back to you and say, I don't feel comfortable in a group interview, is there any alternatives? Which is fine, I'm happy to discuss kind of reasonable adjustments for people that need it.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely everybody gets an interview.
And the great thing is, it doesn't matter what qualifications, you're not prejudged.
No.
Everybody then comes onto the group interview and has just as much of a chance
Yeah.
to impress, to get across their personalities.
Yeah. How they interact with the other people that are on that call.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily like, you're terrifying, this is this and this is. They're quite laid back, relaxed, bit of a conversation, and a chance to get everyone involved.
Yeah.
And they actually normally go over quite well. We've had some really great kind of group interviews that have been really positive, and people seem to enjoy them. I have had some good feedback from people that have had those interviews.
So not just efficiency, because I mean, I guess by just doing that, it's one time, so you're not there a whole day waiting for different people that don't turn up. It's one hit. You then pick out the people that may have impressed, or I mean, what are you looking for in that group interview? What's the main thing you're looking for?
So we do. We have set questions, obviously, that we ask everyone, and those are based around our values, and those are the main things that we're kind of looking for. In the first interview, it's values-based. It's not skills, it's just values. Values-based, yeah. So they have a chance to talk about their kind of prior experiences from their point of view. They give examples on all of our values, so kind of... So I think one of the questions is, can you give an example of a time where you went above and beyond for a colleague or a customer? Yeah. And that is like to show caring, understanding, like that sort of thing. So it gives them an opportunity to give their experiences that fit within our values, and I think that's really important to recruit based on values, as well as obviously any kind of skills. It kind of depends on the job position. I wouldn't employ a delivery operative if he doesn't have a driver's license. If he has the values, but values I think are really important. That's all the way through. Number one. Yeah. Over skills, knowledge. A lot of the things that, especially here, I know some businesses will be very different, but a lot of the things here, it can be taught. Yes. So we have very in-depth training for our sales team. So as long as you have the right kind of attitude and willingness to learn, you have the opportunity to train, and we can build you from there. So... yeah, you just have to have the hunger for it. So the group interview, then you'll pick out people then to come through a second interview, which would be a face-to-face. Yeah, face-to-face. Yeah. Normally with regionals. Yeah. And also whoever's going to be their line manager within store. And then it'll be the line managers, so store managers, last... they will be the people to make that decision. Make the final decision, and have the influence. And I think that's another interesting change, isn't it? Is that so throughout our business, it's the line manager that ultimately holds the final decision. And the reasoning for that is it kind of holds them accountable. Yeah. So they are the ones that have to put in the effort with this new person to train them, to make sure that they're where they want to be. And since they are the ones that recruited them and picked them overall, they're the ones that have the responsibility on whether they are good and have everything that they need to stay with us, or whether they need to move on, and it's that decision for the line manager to make.
And they take ownership. Whereas if you were to make that decision, this person's now working with you. If it doesn't work out, well, your person didn't work out, and what you're trying to do is they take ownership, they have accountability, and that again has worked very well. Yeah.
It's been really positive, and we've had some really fantastic new starters over the last year or so.
So it made a huge difference. So time and quality of people coming through.
You find that the people that aren't necessarily interested or enthusiastic about the job and they don't really want the job will not turn up to that first group interview.
No. So it just naturally filters. So what's next?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Like, there's so many kind of big projects that I want to do. I still want to look at how we do recruitment. Not change the way we do it, but see if there's anything we can add to it to make it more accessible. I think that's probably a good next focus, maybe. And then, I don't know, I've got loads of other things.
Loads of other ideas,
So level 5.
It also comes on to so recruitment, then it's the onboarding, and you've done a lot of really cool stuff with the onboarding.
We make it more of an event now. It's more of a celebration. So before, they just go into stores and then they'd start their training there. Same with the warehouse, they just go straight into their training. Now they come to the back office, they meet everyone, we go out for lunch. If they travel far, then they have an overnight stay. They get their little goodie bags, and we make sure it's personalised to them. So before they come in for their kind of induction day, we ask them kind of what their favourite drinks and snacks are and stuff, and we really personalise it to them so they feel comfortable and they feel welcomed when they get here. I think that's really important. As a new starter, you want to celebrate them. You want to make sure that they have that joy and they're not nervous, and you put them at ease, because it just makes everything flow a lot better.
That's cool. No, it's been amazing, isn't it, the change in the recruitment process. So what do you think is the hardest part of recruitment?
I'm sure everybody kind of agrees that bit where people just don't turn up. Like, it still happens now. I could still log on to a group interview and maybe I'll have 18 people confirmed and booked in, and then 2 people turn up. It kind of gets a little disheartening sometimes. I know our regional managers feel it a lot when they go through all that. It's kind of just pick yourself back up and start again.
And I guess really it's a never-ending process of trying to optimise and make it better so that you get less and less dropout. But I mean, what you've done already is saving a vast amount of time, isn't it? So,
and we changed the wording a lot with our advertisements, so we don't put out the same advertisement every time. There's different tweaks and changes, and we kind of see what works and what doesn't by how many people apply. So that's been really interesting as well to kind of see where we can go with how we write the advertisements. I went through a thing with changing everything so they're not necessarily male coded words and female coded words, and you find you get a lot more people apply when it's more of a neutral instead of just. And that was really interesting. What I learned through the apprenticeship was the wording in your advertisements matter, because if you have a very male coded advertisement, you'll find that you don't get the diversity in the applicants that you have. So that was really interesting, and that's definitely something we've kind of worked on and kind of fiddled with over the last couple of years to see what works and what doesn't.
That's cool. That's cool. And I guess really, as a overview, what do you think's the hardest or most challenging part of being HR people manager?
Probably my attachment.
Yeah.
I very much I will hear someone's problems and issues, and I will take them on and I will carry them myself.
Yeah.
It's yes, helping and supporting, but not necessarily shouldering that burden myself. I've got to help them do what they need to do and not take it on myself and get too close to it.
Yeah.
You're trying, aren't you? Trying to make me cry, Steve. I'm not going to cry.
And you've managed that?
Yes.
Yes,
Look
the
at that.
distance.
Didn't do it.
Yeah. But I think it's something you've grown, isn't it? At first, I think you were getting very attached.
Yes.
And two, there's a difference between support and, as you say, taking it on and almost putting it in your backpack. And it's supporting and being able to guide and give them resource and support. Yeah. But not actually to physically do the carrying of whatever burden and weights are on them. Yeah. But and I think I know the team really appreciate your support out right across the business, and you've done an incredible job. So is it quickfire questions? Yeah, let's
quickfire questions.
Yes.
I also want to say Sarah's got her Vans on.
She has.
Yeah,
look. Yeah.
100% on purpose. I can't have Vans and not be wearing them here. I think it's a staple.
Yeah. And as we said, if Vans want to sponsor our podcast, we would really love that. Yeah, let us know. I'm sure they're listening. I'm sure they're listening. Right, are we ready for some quick fire questions? Here we go. Are you ready? I haven't even seen this, so...
Quick fire.
Here we go.
But I talked the hind legs off a donkey.
We'll be fine. Quick fire question number 1.
Okay.
What is the one thing that makes an interview stand out?
The one thing that makes an interview stand out. I suppose kind of that ability to have a conversation, someone that's kind of relaxes into the interview and just makes that effort to have that conversation and kind of put themselves forwards. We had a team member recently who we hired that it was an instant click. It was fantastic. There was a lot of bubbly conversation, there was a lot of back and forth, and it was really easy to have that conversation. And you think in a sales environment, if they're quite open in an interview to have that conversation, then they're going to be fantastic with customers as well, and that's just proven in every step of her probation so far.
Good answer. Okay. Question number 2. Who would be your dream hire? Who would your dream hire be, dead or alive?
Dream hire be, dead or alive?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Who?
She was the Supreme Court Justice in America, and she did loads for women's rights and human rights.
Yeah.
So I think she'd be fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay.
I mean, she has sadly passed. So.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Dead or
dream
alive,
hire. Yeah.
She'd be fantastic to work with.
So, what seat would you put her in?
I don't know what seat I'd put her in. I just want her,
You just want her, okay. Yeah.
She'd just be really cool to have a conversation with and kind of get ideas from.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, question number 3. What one quality Oh, what's one quality you look for that a CV can't show?
Oh, there's loads. Like the values, like you can show how responsible you are
Yes.
by writing that on a CV, but you wouldn't be able to show like how caring you are, like the teamship element of it. Like you can write that in words, but to really kind of put those across, it comes through in kind of emotions as well. That kind of back and forth conversation. So I suppose the values.
Yeah.
Would be the main one that you wouldn't necessarily find in a CV unless you really kind of try and pull it out.
Okay. Good answer. Here we go. This is question number 4. Sarah is a big fan of both of these. If you had the chance if you had to get rid of one, which one would it be? TikTok or the Harry Potter books?
Oh,
Good
wow.
questions. She's stumped. Yeah.
Probably TikTok. It would give me so much more time throughout the day.
Yeah.
I could, like, as controversial as it is right now, I can't give up the Harry Potter books. They are
Harry
a
Potter
staple
books.
for me.
Yeah, okay. It's Harry Potter books win. And finally, final question. What is your favourite part of the hiring process?
My favourite part of the hiring process? Probably, I don't do them anymore, which is really sad, and I wish I did. But I do sit on a couple of them when they get that phone call to say, we would like to offer you the job.
Yeah.
We give them time to think about it, obviously, but sometimes you can see, like, you can hear that excitement,
Yeah.
and that's a real buzz for someone to be excited to come into the workplace, and you're excited to take them in. So probably that, the phone call at the end of it, knowing that you've
I get that. I get that. Yeah, cool.
got a new team member.
Well, Sarah, that's the end of our podcast. Yeah.
Did it?
You did it. You did it.
You did it for the week, quick.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. See this. Yeah. Thanks, Victoria. Yeah. Okay. Tip of the week.
Tip of the
week. Sarah, I'm going to throw this over to you. What's your recruitment tip of the week?
Recruitment tip of the week.
Yeah.
Probably give everybody a chance.
Yeah.
Just give them an opportunity, because they might surprise you, and you might end up with a good egg that you wouldn't have realised.
What do you call them? A golden unicorn?
A golden unicorn.
A golden unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you've recruited a few golden unicorns this year, haven't you?
We've had a few golden unicorns this year. Very proud of those. But yeah, the golden unicorns.
Yeah.
So yeah, just give everyone a chance.
And I think, your process of opening up an interview for everyone allows that to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody's prejudged.
No.
And I think that is so important. And people just get it, want it, and can do it. That's what you're looking for, isn't it? So,
do they want it? Do they get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a really good tip. Really good tip. Cool. Well, that is now the end of the podcast. You have now made it. Well done. I'm sure you're going to come back and do some more. There's so much on people management, performance reviews. I don't know if we touched on that last week, but I think people are interested to hear what you have to say. I'm sure there's lots of people who've got some ideas out of that, and that's what this is all about. So,
and if they've got ideas, let me know.
Pass them back. Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Definitely. So that's a wrap, everyone. That's a wrap. I've been asked to remind you to hit that follow button so you get notified when new episodes come out. Please do leave us a rating, and if you have any comments, feed them through. We do listen and read them all. Next week, we will be joined by Lee, one of our regional managers. But also one of my best friends, and he's going to talk about being a best friend in business. So we've talked on family and business, but also I think, there's many people out there that work with their friends and the challenges and the ups and downs of that. So we're going to be speaking to Lee next week. Remember, new episodes drop every single Wednesday, so don't forget to tune in. I know Josh loves it when I say that word. And if you want more unfiltered business talk, you can find us on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn at An Unorthodox CEO. So let's finish it off with, if you are laying in bed listening to me in the morning, you've just woken up, good morning. If you're eating your lunch, Sarah, there's another Sarah out there that wrote in and said that she's always listens while eating her lunch. Hello, Sarah.
Nice.
Enjoy your lunch while you're listening to this podcast. And then finally, if you're going to bed, you're in bed listening to us talk about recruitment, I'm sure you will sleep well. Talk about recruitment, that will hopefully help you sleep much better. And of course, everybody that's driving, there's many of you that listen while you drive. So thank you very much for tuning in and listening. Next week, as we say, we're joined by Lee. So thank you very much. Good night. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.